Hi guys, welcome back to Forgotten Waypoints. Today we've got something exciting to show you. We picked up a project. It's going to be on the channel for a while, showing us repairing it, and it is right here. A 1952 Dodge M37, the military version of the Power Wagon. We were looking for a Land Cruiser or an old Land Rover or something to do, but they were a lot of money. We happened to come into this that fit our budget, and we are going to restore it. This vehicle was originally an Air Force special, served its time at Hill Air Force Base. Then sometime in the mid-60s it went to the Forest Service, and probably where the snowplow attachment was added and the crane for fire work would be my guess, for firefighting. And then it was sent to private ownership, where a 12-volt conversion was done on the electrical system. And yeah, it is going to need probably a full frame off restoration. The bed was hacked up in order to put this backing board for the crane, so the tailgate's gone. This is smashed where the post of the canopy used to be. That is gone. I'm either gonna have to find a new bed and just replace this bed, or find a way to fix this. Rear fenders bent. This one's the worst. It's corroded right here. I'm gonna have to get a fender liner, repair right here. I'm missing the door there for the PTO powered crane. You can see the bracketry to hold it in the bed. That comes down and penetrates into the storage compartment. That's kind of a bummer. The frame underneath for a 1952 vehicle has less rust than most Toyotas. The original paint is starting to flake off. That's where sandblasting is going to be helpful. Sandblast this off, get it going. Check out the interior. Interior right here, I wondered if this blue was being part of an Air Force vehicle, but it's not. You can see underneath the blue is the original olive drab paint that was originally on it. So that paint was added sometime before. They painted over the really cool nameplates. I'm gonna have to see if I can restore that or just get replacements. The military light switch is gone. They put an electric ignition there. I'd like to add the full military lights and the blackout lights to make that work. An electric conversion on the windshield wiper rather than the vacuum powered wipers, which mounted up here. Again, some rust that's going to need to be fixed. And this top is fiberglass, so that was definitely aftermarket. It wasn't an original hardtop military vehicle. Seats are going to need to be reupholstered, maybe replaced. They've got storage underneath, which is really cool, which is one reason to keep the original seats. Got storage for the seats underneath. Gear shifts and everything need to be cleaned up. Anyway, this is going to be a fun project. I don't know if we go to a soft top or keep the fiberglass top. We'll have to see when we go to restore this, but this is going to be neat. So the brakes are out of hydraulic fluid, but the vehicle actually gets up and runs. The hubs have been converted with worn hubs, and it looks like the previous owner has gone through the front suspension. That shock looks pretty good. Liner's good here. Water tends to get in there, and that's pretty beat up on the fender. So hopefully I don't have a lot of rebuild to do on the fender. Some of the original unit markings are still there on the bumper. So what is the plan with this? We're gonna build an Overlander, do resto mod, whatever. Well, we kind of want to make this as a tribute to military veterans and those who have served. We've got my wife's grandpa served in the Korean War when this vehicle would have been in service. He drove truck, so there's kind of a sentimental connection there. My grandpa served World War II in the Marine Corps. This is a newer vehicle than that, but it is based off the Dodge WC platform, which was the World War II vehicles. We have family members served in all the branches, Air Force, Army, and so we thought we would do a restoration to get it to its, we call it parade worthy, where we could drive it in parades. It's kind of a tribute and to those who have served. And after that, maybe we put a newer drivetrain in, because right now it's only 45 miles an hour tops with the gearing and everything in here, and the engine really doesn't like extended 45 mile an hour, 50 mile an hour drives, because it was, back then there were no interstates, there were no fast speed limits. It was designed to keep up with infantry. It's basically a tractor that can drive on the road, PTO shaft, everything. And so a newer drivetrain will be nice. There becomes issues with the wheel and the axles when you do that. These are a split snap ring style rim. They're not a split rim, technically a split rim. It's a snap ring, and these wheels become hard to deal with. They become hard to service. We may do aftermarket wheels. That's going to cost a little bit. These are a tubed tire because of that. Like I said, it is like a tractor, a stinking awesome tractor, but like a tractor. But yes, you know us on the channel. We're going to take this, we're going to use it off-road. We have a goal, hopefully in a couple years, to take this to Moab. And hopefully, if you guys are interested in this kind of a vehicle, follow along on our channel. We're going to create a separate playlist just for the restoration of this vehicle. And so you can go to that playlist, we'll update it, you can find out where you're at. We may do some shorts as we do little jobs, and we'll add them in the playlist in order, and you can be a part of this restoration with us. So anyway, before I close this first video, I want to show this thing running. But first, let's take a look at the engine bay. Take a look in here. It snowed yesterday. I wanted to get a tarp on this, but I missed it. So hopefully the rust we can control. And there it is, a late 20s or early 30s derived flathead 6-cylinder Dodge. Should be a oil air filter. They got that camo over it. I'll have to see what they've done as far as the conversion is concerned. Yeah, we'll have to get in that. Again, you can see the original olive green, the olive drab paint scheme. And this is just going to be a ton of fun. Make sure I'm neutral, which I am. Choke out. Look at that. Just listen to that. That's just awesome. That's just awesome. 1952 engine. It is purring. Oh, and I killed it. Gotta get a little more choke, probably. Let's try it again. There we go. Let's get that closed in to the original. That's awesome. The original jerry can spout. So now I need to find me a original jerry can. Oh, don't let it die. It's cold weather. There we go. Just let it warm up a little bit. There we go. And I was in gear. Ha! I thought I was in neutral. First, second. That's neutral. Okay. There we go. Now let's see if I can pull the. There we go. Got the clutch out. Let's go hear it. So the exhaust is kind of rusted out, and a lot of that, you can see the smoke comes up into the cab. So right now, it is not super fun to be in the cab while the engine's running, because that smoke just billows right into the cab. So it's gonna need a lot of work. We're gonna take the body off. Hopefully we can get a quote to sandblast it, so I'm not spending too much time getting down to the metal. And then a lot of this is we're gonna learn on the fly. We need to do some weld repairs, obviously cut out some of the rot and the cancer. We're gonna need to do some weld repairs, try to source some parts. We're gonna join some forums where the experts will help us out. And anyway, we are really, really excited. So if you are an expert in the M37 and you found this channel, hey, comment below, tell us about your vehicle and how you built it. If I made mistakes on my descriptions, correct them. If any of you guys have a project you want to do or a military vehicle you'd like to restore, let's hear about it below. Honestly, I like engagement on this channel. Let's hear what you got. Join us. Like this video, subscribe, comment, and become a part of our restoration. We're looking forward to it, and we're looking forward to have you guys be a part of it. Hope to see you guys on the trail.